Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening. I think we're live. Special live. We're special. I think we're live. What's up, Shelly? We'll give everybody a chance. In tradition, we go live a little bit spontaneously when there's a storm or something new. And there is something new. So we're going to talk about it. Not for long, no dogs, but I will drink a bang. Drinking bang this afternoon. So welcome everybody, this is Mike here, Mike's Weather Page. We're going to talk about the tropics. Tropics waking up a little bit. I wanted to talk about this PTC that we got. It just got initiated here just about an hour ago. It's called PTC number 4. So we do have an NHC cone. If the website has been updated with all the NHC graphics, tropical storm warnings for parts of Mexico and southern Texas. Timing is later tomorrow into Sunday morning, and we're gonna have some wind and some waves and some rain. Gonna move kind of quick. There's a frontal line to the north. It's gonna kind of steer this a little bit more west. Nothing to worry about too much, but we have been talking a ton about this, and no models showed it. I put it out there a couple times. It wouldn't have surprised me. I even went on Twitter this morning. For some reason, storms in the Bay of Campeche spin up tropical systems, and it did. So we're expected to have Danielle very soon. It's not Danielle yet, but the winds are supposed to be, tropical storm. Maximum winds, let's see here on the, where would it be? NHC discussion. Winds are supposed to peak at 45. Okay, so rains from the system are going to be affecting the coast of Mexico up through parts of Texas. Rain from the system might move into far south Texas during the day on Saturday. That's what we got. Nothing too much to get worked up about, but I have all the graphics updated, wind and timing, spaghetti models, satellite imagery here on Weather Nerds. Very bubbly. There you go. Classic Bay of Campeche system. It's phenomenal. The curvature of the land down there just helps spin these things up. It just happens. I see it happen all the time, and it did. So there you go. That's what we got. PTC number 4 going to be Danielle soon. Heading into Mexico, southern part of Texas, and it's gonna be long gone. It's not gonna sit around. So there's that. Let's look at one more thing here, and then we will say hey to everybody real quick. I want to talk about the Met South Carolina, North Carolina coast. That is leftover frontal line. If you watched our Daily Brew this morning, we talked about it. There's a frontal line that's still hanging out, and you can really see it on radar. It's just been hanging out all day. So heavy rains, heavy storms, tornado warning this morning, Myrtle Beach area. This is just leftover frontal line, and that's kind of been the story all week. It's going to start lightening up tomorrow and Saturday. So the weekend is looking halfway good for most people, at least. So let's put this map on. I'll zoom in really quick, kind of give everybody an idea what we're talking about, and then we'll go from there. So there's that. There's our tropical storm warnings. South of Corpus Christi, a little bit of Brownsville. There you go. The blue line, tropical storm warnings. All right. So there you go. South Texas, you get Danielle. Storms are popping. Shelly Ross talking about it. Shelly's going off to see the space. What do they call that? Artemis or something like that? Or what's the new SpaceX? I got another graphic here I want to show you. We can look a little bit more in depth on the tropical storm warnings. I do want to talk about what we've been really focusing on here, and that is next week's Atlantic, what we could be looking at next week in the Atlantic. So let me find the tropical storm warnings here. We'll zoom over here to Texas real quick, and we will take a look at our storm. And where the heck, what button is it? I think it's tropical right here. There we go. So here's your tropical storm warnings right here. In red. All right, there you go. Artemis. Is that how you say it? Artemis? Art E-Mice? RT Mice? Hey, thanks for the stars, everybody. So yeah, there you go. Danielle hitting Mexico, Texas tomorrow. That's that. The tropics. Now next week, we've been focusing this a lot in our daily brews in the morning. I do want to point out that it does appear, this is Tropical Tidbits, the timing, everything. All right, we're going to focus on Friday next week. FRI. Friday next week. Been focusing a lot on Friday next week. And let me go to Friday next week right here. Let me pull this up. This is the latest GFS. I don't like the GFS, you know that. However, it's showing exactly what we've been talking about. This is basically, this is Saturday next week. I went a day a little too early. So we have 3 areas potentially next week, and this has been very consistent time frame. This is actually Saturday next week. Now, nothing on this is official. It's just, if you follow our page, you know we've been talking a lot about this. The consistency with the ensembles and models has been, some have been off, many more have been on. We could have sneaky little low pressure pulling up into the Gulf the following weekend. This wave here is the one that came off of Africa this week, possibly nearing the islands. Some of the modeling have it a little higher, but this is the one right here that has really shown up to be a potential, a really first track to track. But if you're wondering, the afternoon models are still showing that potential. The latest Euro pulls up our system. This is next Saturday. Let me pull this one up. This is the latest Euro, Tropical Tidbits. You can see a little bit of bump here. All that really indicates is a little bit of low pressure that came up. This is our wave pulling north, but this is the one that is still showing up pretty strong. So everything we've been talking about the last few days still showing up on the 12Z models. This is next Saturday, a week from Saturday. So nothing solid with this one or this one, but this one is very interesting. This might be the one that a lot of people start talking about. Some other models we can look at real quick on the afternoon runs. Let's take a look at the Icon. The Icon showing our African wave next week. Let's go to next Saturday. There it is. So boom, boom. Even the GFS now. That's the 18Z. Right here, very weak, and then even the Canadian model. But boom, big boom. Right here, this is next Saturday. So 4 models showing that wave off of Africa. So this could be what we talk about next week. This is going to emerge off of Africa maybe, I don't know, Wednesday. Same time frame too. We've been talking a lot about next Wednesday. Wave, this is Wednesday. So our African wave still coming off of Africa. Makes sense. Africa wave off Africa. Hey Eric, how you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I've been thinking about you liking them rates. Hey Eric, I got to tell you a story. Got rid of the Charger, but we got another Charger. So we're still Mopar. This is next Wednesday, and again, this is interesting. This has got my attention big time. Some of the models had this actually organizing pretty strong a couple days ago, but this right here could be signs of a little something coming up into Friday, Saturday, the following weekend. Here's our Middle Atlantic wave Wednesday, and then our new wave. This will be the one to watch, I'm telling you. Some of the ensembles over real quick, and then we'll call it quits because we have a date at Chili's. Turn your screen sideways. So what's up, TikTok? Again, we're trying to get our stream key, man. We had almost 5,000 people watch our Daily Brew on TikTok this morning, even though they're not even seeing anything. I feel bad, but we're trying to get our stream key working. Garrett, yeah, I've been showing a lot about those maps. The rainfall for Texas could be epic, not from PTC4 at all. It's midweek rains coming. Double digits for a large chunk of Texas. I guess I'll show you that real quick. Here's Wednesday next week. I love these kind of maps. This is ensemble map. All you got to do is look back. This is nothing new. We've been talking a lot about this. Models have been really consistent. This is next Wednesday. There's our cluster. Remember, these are ensembles. These are just all the different members of a Euro. But when you see these clustering of low pressure systems, it just builds the fact that we still have a little something to talk about. Not that it's guaranteed by any means. It's just that the things we've been talking about for a week is still playing out. The trends are there. So this is, interesting. We'll keep an eye on these three waves. The interesting thing about this middle wave, just to kind of show you what's going on, even the GFS here today developed our middle wave a little bit more. So we go to Wednesday, right? Here's our middle wave. First time the GFS has actually developed our middle wave. Now, 954, don't share it, don't talk about it. Very extreme. But this is next Friday. Just keeping that idea that something down here could be brewing. And here's our wave off of Africa. So, the middle wave still is the one that's got the least amount of overall consensus. But then the GFS went and did this today. So, it's kind of got me wondering what the heck it's thinking about. So, that's next, potentially next week. The GFS showing it. I bet you the latest run isn't doing it. Hasn't really gone out that far yet. Here's next Wednesday. Yeah, it still is kind of showing it. Next Wednesday, wave. So, 3 spots to watch next week. We'll see. Like I talked about, the MJO going into an enhanced phase. Some of this is going to be entering the Gulf here towards the end of the month, which means if anything did try to get going in the Gulf next week, it would have a little bit more favorable conditions with that. Somebody's asking about Texas rains. Let me show you that real quick. And we'll just do the average precipitation ones here for next week. Texas, it's amazing the amount of rain being predicted. This has nothing to do with PTC number 4. This is 8-day rain totals here showing up. Notice very little down south, even though we got PTC 4 coming. This is all weak rains from a lingering front through the week. This is rainfall totals through the following Saturday. But even conservatively, with all the blended models, we got a lot of showing 10 inches, purple 9 inches, 8 inches, 7 inches, 4 inches across Houston. So lots of rain potentially coming this week. And even some of this goes into Louisiana. The Euro has been extremely aggressive with high numbers. So the Euro did very well with Invest 98. So you can't discredit it too awfully much. Here's what the Euro is showing. Very high numbers. And the Euro there. The Euro is a little more aggressive. But notice, nothing south. Again, so even PTC4 is coming. The models aren't really showing much rain from this potential Danielle. It's still kind of hard to believe, but the big stuff's coming through the week. Lingering frontal line. And again, the Euro is like off the charts. 14, 19, 18. But it did pretty good with Invest 98. So extreme outlier during the week for Texas, but this area is going to have a lot of rain for sure. So again, the weekend weather is not bad. Some of this frontal line that you're getting here along the East Coast, this starts to fizzle out a little bit tomorrow and Sunday. So it's not going to be a bad weekend. This pattern shift, this front kind of finally fizzles. So the weekend doesn't look bad. So, that's it. Just don't get too worked up on PTC4. It's going to be a quick mover. Timing is through the day tomorrow, some overnight. Tropical storm winds 45 mile an hour. Not going to linger. Not going to hang out. There's a frontal line that is actually going to help steer it to the west. And you can see that right here on the spaghetti models. These are the latest on tropical tidbits. So there's a frontal line here, and it's actually going to kick our system off to the west. So it's not going to hang around. It's not going to be a big rainmaker. So other than that, it's just a name. I don't think it's going to be too awfully exciting. So anyway, no Harvey. Don't mention that word. Except north with the accumulated rains. Harvey, no PTC for Harvey, but we could have double-digit rains north, which could bring back some memories for sure on Harvey. So, what else can we talk about? Appreciate you guys coming in. Nachos, tequila, Chili's. Let's do it, Sean. So, hey, as always, I appreciate you joining in. We do our daily lives 9:19 Eastern every day. Tomorrow's going to be really weird. I don't know what we're doing, if we're doing one at all. I might just do some quick upload videos. Everything's pretty much, cut and dry with PTC4. It's not going to be, unless it ramps up quick. It doesn't show very good signs of circulation. I do have a link here with the Hurricane Hunters on Tropical Tidbits site, so you guys can follow along on that. They just got done with their first recon. I think they have another one tomorrow. But, overall circulation doesn't look all that impressive, so it's not going to ramp up anytime soon. It is starting to get a little bit of circulation, but the fact that it only has a day over water, and there is some shear down here from that front, so it doesn't really have the most favorable conditions for any sort of rapid intensification. So that's good, but you always watch them. We talked about it. You never turn your back on a system in golf. That's for sure. You can see our frontal line here, clear as day. And that's definitely going to affect it some with some of the upper level shear numbers. Latest shear here in the Gulf. This map's hard to see, but it's not the best conditions. You can see some shear, our systems here. So there is a little bit of shear to the north. But it is enough to be a tropical storm. And, keep an eye on it. Never know. That's what we got. So, where everybody going out to eat tonight? Going to Chili's. I should tag them on Twitter. It's like Chili's on date night. Jose, you didn't miss much. You can go back and watch it. I just filling everybody in on this PTC thing, and just talking a little bit more that our spots next week to watch are still there. 3 spots I'm watching next week. Toward the end of next week. Next Friday, like I said, we could have a system somewhere here, and here. Now, majority are here. We have an outlier here. Majority have been here, but we have an outlier here, and this is very strong. But the fact is, we got 3 waves being picked up on models next week. This is next Friday. So that'll be just 7 days from now. Be interesting. Tell all your friends. Pay attention. Might be going to NASCAR Friday, so we'll do live Monday through Thursday. It looks like trying to sell our spots on Camping Row because our family can't go. So if you know anybody that wants some 3 of the best seats on Lake Lloyd facing the backstretch camping, let me know, or Shelly, and we'll hook you up. I think the guy I go with, we might sell him at a discount. So, hey, Michelle, appreciate that. Daytona, what school's in Daytona? We have friends going to Daytona State playing softball. Becky, thanks. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Michelle, for the stars. Appreciate it. Donna ate nachos, lemon pound cake. Sounds good. Got the Rays on. Stars for my tires, Darcy. Yeah. Well, they told me to put a goal on there. So that's the goal. I mean, I'm going to get them if I need them, but that's basically what they're going to go for. Jason Strong. What's up? Talking to Chili's. No, Shelly, that's not, dude. So usually Saturdays are weird. I don't really do much. There's really not a lot to talk about, so that's it. All right, everything in a nutshell. Crayons are coming out. I expect next week we might see a little bit more action in the tropics. Just my feeling. I think this one coming off of Africa is going to be really interesting to watch. And it'll be plopping out of there about Wednesday. So we could probably get a circle as early as maybe Sunday. NHC might do one of their classic... something like that, draw an arrow and then draw that, and it might be, they might do that like on maybe Monday, Tuesday. So there you go. All right, let's look at the latest ensembles on that one too, by the way. We'll see if we can pick up on any of those. Kind of hard to read that far out, but we can look at it this way. That's the first one. Second one's kind of hard to show. Kind of like looking at it with Levi's site a little bit better here with the EPS. Just hard to tell. But this is next Sunday morning, and you can see a week from Sunday, high concentration here. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I don't know. Enough about that. That's what we got. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. A little quickie update. We call these tropical quickies. Have a great weekend. Watch for some 1 minute lives or 1 minute uploads. I'm going to do a couple of those probably tomorrow morning for sure. I'll do more of a static one and upload it to give everybody an update. So have a good night. Thanks. Bye.